Welcome to the Averett Sports Network and welcome to Daly Field at Frank R. Campbell Stadium, where we have men's lacrosse action featuring the Wildcats of Randolph and the Cougars of Averett University. The score here is 2-0 after a late start. We had some technical issues and we had to get ironed out, but we are glad to finally be here and live with you. Again, the score is 2-0. Randolph leads it. 2 early goals from Randolph, but Averett still has time to get back. Averett sits 1-1 in their last 2 games with a win over Franciscan University of Steubenville. That is the team's first win in program history. Cougars played a great game that day. Wesley Turner, a player to look out for. He has 3 points in the last 2 games, including his first career goal against Pfeiffer. So Wesley Turner on fire as of late. And then Jonas Matila leads the team with 6 points. That's 3 goals and 3 assists evenly and 30 total shots this season. So we're definitely going to be looking out for those 2 guys in white for the Cougars. The Cougars are in all white for this game. Randolph comes in all black, representing the ODAC conference. And your Cougars, of course, representing the USA South. And here we go. The Cougars trying to get some offense created. And just off the mark with the pass, trying to find Lucas Jane there. That was Eunice Matila trying to get him an assist as Jane was wide open, but Matila just sent it just a tad too high. 8:20 left in the first quarter. Cougars haven't been playing bad so far. It's just a couple of lucky breaks there from Randolph. Prince Charles. And a nice turnover cause there. That's big number 33, Michael Crevalis. Intercepting the pass. Matila trying to move past his marker. Instead, will try and advance the ball forward. And Randolph will gain possession. And so Randolph in their attacking third. Great defense being applied there by Sam Garrett. Shot comes in from Randolph, no good. Can the Cougars get to the loose ball? And they do. That's Sam Garrett coming up with it for the Cougars. And he gets that ball off to an attacker. That's Mike Mashaud. Mashaud trying to swing it in and no good. Randolph trying to work the sides of the goal there. Great defense from Granlund. And here goes the Cougars on the attack now. They are down 2-0. And Averett gets called with an offside, so Randolph gets the ball back. Ball stays with Randolph after the shot goes haywire. Randolph looking for an opening. Averett's defense standing strong right now. And that pass seems no good. Looks like there was a Randolph player down, but he's up now. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession goes back to Randolph. And we are back after the Randolph timeout. Again, score 2-0, 3:33 left in the first quarter. Randolph entered this game 2-4, 0-1 in ODAC play. The Cougars come in 1-6, 0-2 in conference. Prince Charles over to Jordan Stanley. Stanley registered the first goal for Randolph. Stanley and Charles playing pitch and catch. And that shot makes its way in. And that is number 16, Matthew Pysick. Or Pasick, excuse me. Matthew Pasick gets the third goal of the evening. With 2:44 left in the first quarter. Still a lot of time in this game for the Cougars to come back. And finally, the Cougars coming out of that scrum. And Randolph actually gets the ball. Cougars came out of that scrum with the ball after a long fought battle for it, but then referee, I think he called it interference. Under 2 minutes to go now. And that is number 16 again, Matthew Pasick, with his second goal of the evening. That makes it 4-0. Averett down. And Prince Charles with it for the Wildcats. Randolph looking for an opening. Under a minute to go. Shriver stands in front of that one and prevents that one from finding the back of the net. Under 50 seconds now in the first quarter. Is Marquise Fleming getting the ball across for the Cougars? Under 30 seconds now. Cougars looking to make something happen before the first quarter comes to a close. This is Mashad with it. Under 15, under 10 to go. And that shot comes ricocheting off of a Randolph player. So after the first 15 minutes of action, your Cougars trail it 4-0.
Hey Cougars, I'm Taylor Hodges. I'm here with Hannah Thompson and Anna Coleman. You can't laugh. This is going to take forever. Hey Cougars, I'm Taylor Hodges. I'm Now this is bad. Hey Cougars, this is Taylor Hodges. I'm here with Hannah Thompson and Anna Coleman for this edition of Cougar Corner.
I'm not ready! Oh my god! Okay.
Hey Cougars, this is Taylor Hodges. I'm here with Hannah Thompson and Anna Coleman for this edition of Cougar Corner. Have you guys ever had a nickname, and if so, what is the origination of it?
Yeah, we've been called Frickin' Frack. We've been together for like 18 years, 19, well, almost. Our whole life, and we've practically done everything together, so.
Anna, what is Hannah's most embarrassing high school memory?
So our 10th grade year, in volleyball practice, we were on opposite teams, and we were both blocking at the net, and we ended up somehow both like getting caught in the net with each other and both like sprained our ankles at the same time. That was your fault. That wasn't mine.
Alright, Hannah. Between you and Anna, who was the cooler person in high school?
I mean, we were like a package deal, you know, like.
So y'all are both cool?
You don't get Anna without Hannah, and you don't get Hannah without Anna, you know?
So you're both cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anna, what is Hannah's favorite country song? 1, 2, 3.
Country
Rose. That was a good one. Hannah, what is Anna's favorite MLB team? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Yankees.
Good job. Anna, what is Hannah's favorite drink? 1, 2, 3.
Dr. Pepper. This is weird.
Hannah, what is
And we are back. Let's see what the Cougars can do. And the Cougars come out with the win of the faceoff. That's Raphael Walker going sky high to get it. And Walker is elusive, so defenders watch out. We've seen Raphael Walker drop his fair share of defenders, making them meet the turf. And Cougars were trying to find Matila cutting through the middle of the field there, and here's Prince Charles. And now Randolph in there attacking third. Randolph moving around behind the goal. And Shriver picked that one out of the air. Walker moves past the man. Offsides on the Cougars again, so Randolph gets possession of the ball. I believe that's the second or third time that's happened this game to Averett. They're going to have to tighten that up and get a little bit more discipline as far as the offsides go. Those are turnovers that are really hurting the Cougars right now. Possessions that the Cougars could really use. Ball up top to Prince Charles. Stanley to Charles. Charles was looking for a shot there, but great defense from Marcus Fleming. And Shriver scoops that one up as well. And this is Sam Garrett now. He finds Jonas Matila. Matila way across the field to Walker. Prince Charles picks the ball up, but then there's going to be an infraction there. as there was a stick colliding with Walker's head. So big group substitutions for each team. And the Cougars retain possession. And that's Mason Foy getting the ball in the middle of the field, and Mason Foy taking the weight room all the way to the net and getting the Cougars on the board. Now they cut that deficit down just 4-1. So the Cougars make it 4-1 now. Trying to build off of some momentum after the big-time goal from Mason Foy. And the Cougars win the face-off. And here's Sam Garrett moving down the field. Garrett finally found some help in Will Merritt. Merritt, a dual sport athlete, wrestles here at Averett and plays men's lacrosse. And he actually, just remembered, he actually ran cross country this year. So Will Merritt, a tri-sport athlete. .20 seconds on the shot clock. Ball to Mason Foy. Foy up, still had the ball. And it looked like the ball crossed the line, but I don't think either of the refs saw it. We're going to have to wait on an official ruling. So it looks like the goal will not be counted, but Randolph will play 2 men down right now. So the Cougars do have a big numbers advantage. Randolph's going to have to move to a zone defense here. Cougars scoop the ball back up after the shot. Matila with it. Cougars trying to work that ball around, but just couldn't find the right pass. But the Cougars get the turnover and get possession back quickly as soon as they lose it. And that is important because they do have a 2-man advantage. Or that has moved to just a 1-man advantage now. And I think that was Parker Corbett trying to find Mason Foy in the middle of the field again, but I don't know if Mason might have thought it was, couldn't decide if it was a shot or a pass to him. Great defense there from Shriver. And so here we go, Ballard Early. And another goal in for Averett. And I believe that is going to be Jonas Matila bringing it in. The Cougars trail by just 2. Scores 4-2. 8:12 left in the first half. So the Cougars trail by just 2. Cougars still fighting for the ball. And possession goes to the Cougars. Cougars playing hard right there. And here's Raphael Walker. Walker with it. Trying to move through the defense there, but lost possession of the ball. And Randolph had a good opportunity to get a good look at the goal there, but kind of squandered it. And Prince Charles sneaking it in the bottom right corner. Bouncing it in right behind Shriver. And that's going to push their lead forward by 1 more. So 5-2 Randolph leads at 5:56 left in the first half. And the Cougars doing a good job again. That is Marquise Fleming. Cougars get possession of the ball. Cougars playing really aggressive right now. The Cougars do get possession of the ball. Sam Garrett advancing the ball forward for the Cougars. And Cougars come up with possession again. Big group substitution here for Randolph. And timeout called. 4:51 left in the game. Cougars trail by 3. And we are back. Under 5 minutes to go. Cougars do trail by 3 points. Randolph moves into their attacking third of the field. Just a hair over 3.5 minutes to go in this first half. And Shriver does a good job of turning that shot away. That shot came in from Brett Pausick. Pausick, the senior out of Saluda, Virginia. He's got a brother who's also a starter, and that's number 31, Evan. And that shot comes in from Pausick again. Again, no luck. And Shriver does a good job with the save there. Here goes the Cougars moving forward with under 2.5 minutes to go. Ball came off of a Randolph stick, so possession will stay with the Cougars. Raphael Walker scoops the ball up. Timeout called with 2:15 to go. What can the Cougars add to the board in this last 2:15? Walker temporarily loses the ball there. Under 2 minutes to go out of the timeout break. Let's see what Coach Macklin drew up for his team. Walker was streaking towards the goal. It looked like it might have hit off the inside of the post, but it is ruled a no goal. The Cougars force another turnover. This is Granlund with the ball. And we go with Randolph the other way. Under a minute to go in this first half. Randolph has about a 5 seconds difference advantage of the shot clock and the game clock. So you'll probably see them bleed this down to about 15 seconds on the game clock before they try any shots. Prince Charles gives it off to Sean Landis. Landis goes around behind the goal. So with 15 seconds, you're probably going to see Randolph here make an advancement towards the goal, under 10 to go. Shriver saves. So after the first half, the score is 5-2. Cougars trail by 3. Let's see what they can draw up at this halftime break. And we are back. Cougars trail by 3 goals. Possession goes to Randolph. Randolph find themselves in their attacking third. Big first half from number 16, Matthew Pasick. 2 goals in that first quarter. Also a good first half from Prince Charles and Brent Pasick. Mason Foy and Matila both found the back of the net for the Cougars. And Shriver with the big-time save there. And here we go with Granlund the other way. Granlund advances forward to Sam Garrett. And that's offsides on the Cougars again. Possession goes to Randolph. This is Jordan Stanley the other way, the freshman out of Mechanicsville, Virginia. And that goal came in, I believe that's number 11, Brett Pasick. Pasick was falling down sideways towards the goal and able to squeak it by Shriver. Another goal from Brett Pasick. And possession actually goes to the Cougars. Let's see if the Cougars can make something happen, trailing by 4 goals. Matila trying to work that ball back behind the goal, just over the head of Jane. That goal comes ricocheting off of the stick of Shriver, Gage Tutko. Able to find the back of the net just past Shriver. 7-2. Randolph came out of the halftime break on fire. Possession goes to the Cougars. And this will be Wesley Turner on top of the ball. Again, Turner has 3 points in his last 2 games, including his first career goal he picked up against Pfeiffer. So let's see what Wesley Turner can do here. He finds Mason Foy. And I think Foy's stick might have got clipped as he was trying to shoot it. Squeaking in past Corey Boswell. And Randolph comes up with a turnover off of the missed goal attempt by the Cougars. Flag is out on the field, but play will continue. So Randolph Macon working the ball around, trying to find an opening. Consistent passing here from Randolph. And the consistent passing results in a goal for Jack Dolan, a sophomore attacker out of Dumfries, Virginia. Makes it 8 for Randolph. 9:31 left in the third quarter. Randolph, excuse me, not Randolph Macon. This is the Wildcats of Randolph back in their attacking third. And that's great defense there again from Marquise Fleming. Fleming, the freshman out of Richmond, Virginia. And the Cougars missing Parker Corbett standing right in front of the goal. So now the Cougars working it around, trailing by 6 goals. Possession back to the Cougars. And this time possession goes to Randolph. Randolph again working that ball around. Consistent passing is what got them their last goal with Jack Dolan. And that goal comes off of Shriver's stick. Shriver able to scoop the ball up off the ground. Matila with it in front of the goal, and that's Wesley Turner finding the back of the net. One of the players we mentioned in the pregame had 3 points in his last 2 games, and he adds on to that. 8-3, the Cougars trail by just 5 goals now with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Possession stays with the Cougars. Let's see if they can ride this wave of momentum from Wesley Turner. And possession will go to Randolph. Questionable call there, but possession goes to Randolph nonetheless. We move under 4 minutes to go in the third. Cougars picking up possession. That's Tyler Moody, freshman out of Quebec, Canada. Mike Michaud moving around back behind goal over to Lucas Jane, but Randolph able to scoop up possession, caused a turnover. And that is number 24, Gage Tutko. Another goal for Randolph. 2:55 left in the third. 9-3. Averett comes out of that with possession of the ball. So the Cougars keep possession, under 2:20 to go in the third quarter. And that shot from Matila skims past the net. Cougars retain possession. And that shot came in from Tyler Moody, just a hair off, and the Cougars again retain possession. And that shot saved that time. Corey Boswell able to scoop it up. 6 foot 145 standing in front of the goal. Under 1 minute to go. And that shot comes in from Jack Dolan. Dolan catching the Averett defense off guard, able to sidearm that one in past Shriver. 10-3, Randolph leads it. And that was a great stick check there from Will Merritt. But he was called on a foul. So possession stays with Randolph. Shot came in from Brett Posick. Goes across the face of the goal and out of bounds. Randolph retains possession. Under 30 seconds to go. 60 seconds on the shot clock. 25 on the game clock. Posick again. Shot no good. Shriver scoops that ball up. Here we go with Sam Garrett. 9 seconds until the quarter's over. And that's a goal from number 9, Marquise Fleming at the buzzer. So 10-4. Cougars trail by 6 goals so far. Let's see what they can do in the final 15 minutes of action. Marquise Fleming ends the third quarter on a high note with a buzzer beater goal to make it, to cut the deficit down to just 6. And Randolph comes out on top as far as the faceoff goes. And they do find themselves in their attacking third. Prince Charles. And that's great defense there from Raphael Walker. And that goal lasered in by Jordan Stanley. 11 goals to 4, 13:59 left in the fourth quarter. Randolph leads it. Randolph wins the faceoff and goes right down the field, right past Shriver. And that's Evan Posick joining his brother on the goal category. 12 to 4 now, 13:51 on the clock. And that's a goal from Evan Posick's brother, Brent Posick. Thirteen goals to 4, 13:23 left on the clock. So we are playing a man down is Averett. 13 goals to 4. Randolph leads at 13:23 in the fourth quarter left. And that shot comes in from Griffin Rosinski, a freshman defender out of Fort Mill, South Carolina. Goes back behind the net, no good. So Cougars win possession. Sam Garrett with it. Wildcats the other way. And Shriver saves. That shot came in from Dolan. And Shriver able to save. And Mason Foy finds the back of the net. Tacking up his second goal of the evening. 12:08 left on the clock now. That goal by Mason Foy was assisted by Raphael Walker. Jordan Wingington coming up with possession. And that ball almost finding Mason Foy. And timeout was called by head coach Anthony Mackin. 11:49 left in the fourth quarter. Matila working against Charles. Shot came in and saved by Boswell. Randolph doing what they've done best all game. That's consistent passing leads to a goal. That shot coming in from Prince Charles. Sails pass back behind the back of the net. Prince Charles, the senior midfielder under Virginia Beach, Virginia. And Prince Charles finds the back of the net. And I believe that is Prince Charles' second goal of the evening. 14 goals to 5, 10:58 left, 10:28, left in the fourth quarter. Randolph comes out of that with possession of the ball. Cougars hurry back and get on defense. And the pass comes off of Gage Tutco and goes out of bounds. So the Cougars collect possession of the ball. Under 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Raphael Walker weaving through the defense. Cougars trying to get possession of the ball. No one has it. Ball still on the ground. And finally, Randolph comes up with it. Timeout called. 14 goals to 5. 8:15 left in the fourth quarter. Shot saved by Shriver. Shot came in from Randolph, looking to add another goal. Possession of Randolph. That shot in from Gage Tutko. 7:05 left in the fourth quarter. That makes it 15-5. Tutko attempting another shot, but thwarted by Darius Harrison. Cougars find themselves in their attacking third now. A haywire pass may go out of bounds. And here goes Mason Foy, who's got 2 goals on the evening. And that will be Jack Dolan capping off his hat trick. 5:44 left in the fourth quarter. Ball still on the ground. No one's able to get a stick to it. Possession goes to Randolph. So here goes the Cougars the other way. Under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And the Cougars miss a wide open Caleb Chester. Possession goes to the Cougars, 3:45. And after the bad pass goes out of bounds, possession goes over to Randolph with 3:15 on the clock. Raphael Walker with the ball. Goes over to Ballard Early. Excuse me. Raphael Walker's shot attempt no good. Under 1:45 to go in the fourth quarter. William Doyle scoops it up in goal. Under 45 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Mason Foy completes the hat trick there. A nice no-look pass from Mason Foy, picking up his third goal of the evening. Mason Foy, just a freshman. Foy out of Central Square, New York, went to Paul V. Moore, proven to be a very good asset to this team. And with just 5 seconds on the clock, the Cougars dropped this one 16 goals to 6, but some great showings by Fleming, Foy, a slew of players. Shriver had a good game. Wigington had a good game. Grandland got in there. Will Merritt had some good shots. A great game all around, and the Cougars have some things to build around. Next game for the Cougars will be against Piedmont, and then they play against Methodist University on the 30th at home. So be sure to tune in to the Averett Sports Network for the live stream of that game. We want to thank you for joining us and wish you a happy rest of your week.